To rise from the ashes is to rise into power.
Once a whole kingdom, now a land that is separated among the people, with kingdom and empires battling against one another. The land of Aquila was built upon many stories and myths, some that range from dragons to a magical cave that stored ancient pirate treasures. Many tried to find such unbelievable things, but none found any hint as to where they were. That was until an unfortunate little girl fell into a hole in the world. The trench, as people now refer to it, was coincidentally upon an old ruin. Something that dated back 5,000 years to a time where dragons sought the skies and magic was on every inch of the land, and inside every person that roamed. Upon stepping into the ruins, the little human came upon yet another crack, and stepped in only to find a great ball of light. The ball was something that intrigued her, so being the curious little human, she touched it. The light turned out to be a protective barrier. Protecting what, though? Energy? Magic? The blast knocked her back, but it turned out some was absorbed by her body. From that moment on, she became what was known as Selene, the Celestial. The energy that dispersed from the ball covered the land of Aquila. Some changed into extraordinary creatures, others stayed the same, but developed the ability to harness magic itself. That's how the land of Aquila turned from a human-only population to a land filled with magical potential. However, something else happened when magic surrounded the land. Not only was there now an eternal tempest around the island, but many ruins became visible and were unlocked. However, those ruins were left alone as people were too busy with themselves to even notice that the land around them changed as well. So who will rediscover those lost temples and ruins that may hold riches and more power?
There may be more of you, but you don't stand a chance against me.
The girl Celine wasn't herself after the shockwave. She was a whole new person. Her body grew at twice the speed and stopped just after she hit 20. Her beauty was beyond any other, and the powers she held could rival armies. She introduced herself to the king of the land and explained that his kingdom will be split. Not liking her ideas of dethroning him, he fought back and sought to destroy her. However, the kingdom was already at war with itself. Just like how Celine said, the kingdom eventually grew separated and now separate kingdoms and empires rose. However, the original kingdom that defied Celine still sought to kill her. The Celestial fought back full force and trampled the kingdom, returning it to ruins. The whole land heard of this massacre and sought to befriend the woman who defied the ruler. However, after the kingdom was wiped out, she was nowhere to be seen.
Separating was a necessity. If one stays in power for too long, it gets to their head. We wouldn't want that, now would we?
As the years passed and the kingdoms progressed, they all eventually found a standpoint and were grateful for the land that they had and the period of everlasting peace. However, the goddess that they praised was nowhere to be found. They assumed that she died out along with the kingdom she destroyed. So now the people seek out her body among the rubble of the ruins. However, once someone stepped into the ruins, a dark plague would affect their body, and they would be dead within minutes. Only the bravest of adventurers now roamed there.
The hawk falls, the heron arises. The heron spreads its wings to envelop the nest. The nest, though not hers, basks in the heron's presence. As time sees it, the heron now owns the nest, and none shall leave or join. For the heron, the mother of all, shall envelop you in their wrath.